from Nashville, Tennessee. It's the Three. And here's your host, Laura Harris-Smith.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Harris-Smith, and welcome to The Three. You know that The Three loves Israel. My family loves Israel. The church that Chris and I pastor in Nashville, we observe the biblical feasts, and we love the God of the Bible. And part of what I love about celebrating Israel is that we can come together. I love meeting people from Israel, and I love finding out what's going on there. And as you know, there is a war on in Israel. And so I am so pleased to welcome a guest today who actually is from Israel, who's going to be telling us what's going on there and how you can get involved and actually come to Israel. It's safe. There is plenty of things that you can do to get involved and get on the scene with Israel. So first, let me welcome you, Efrat, Meir, Groman. How did I do?
Nice to meet you.
Is that good?
Great.
Okay, good. And you are the tourism director for
Neot Kedumim.
So then, I love what it means. What does it mean?
It's an ancient biblical landscape.
Ancient biblical landscape. So you then are the tourism director to get people to Israel at a time when that may not be what they're thinking of doing. Now, I'm going to tell you, you're talking to me today, okay? I have been trying for 3 decades to get to Israel. We've planned trips.
Wow.
We've had, we were going to take teams. And every single time something has happened, including in 2020, wow. And it fell through. I have not been to Israel. So you're talking to me today. I'm that viewer out there who really wants to go, but is constantly in the, is it a good time mode? So I want you to just tell us, we'll get into what you do in Israel and what are the wonderful things and sights to see and whatnot. But let's just talk safety first. What's, the political landscape, the military landscape in Israel, is it safe to come right now?
Well, of course, not in every place in Israel, but we are located, Neot Kedumim is located in the center of the country, so it's completely safe. It's 10 minutes from Ben Gurion Airport, which is the main airport that you will arrive to. And of course, it's a huge mistake that you haven't been to Israel
Yes, it is.
yet. But I hope whenever you come, and it will be very soon, the first place you will visit will be Neot Kedumim, because it's a wonderful biblical nature reserve. It's 600 acres, which is huge in Israeli terms. And there is a very nice story behind this place, because there were 2 researchers, botanists, who arrived to Israel in the early 1920s, and they were believing that if for the people of Israel to come back to the land of Israel, they should not only learn Hebrew and come back to their roots, but also they should know the nature of this country, the original nature of the country. So they just went by the whole country and just picked up the seeds and saplings and all kinds, just to bring back together how did the land of Israel look like in the time of the Bible.
This was 2 to 3 decades before it even became a nation again.
No, it's an amazing story.
Wow.
And this is why this place was founded. And this place is all about just combining nature and Bible. So whenever you visit the place, you can see all the nature, of course, the trees and plants, but also agricultural installations, such as water cisterns, threshing floors, and things like that.
Wow.
And just learn a lot about how the land of Israel looked during Jesus' time.
And so you mentioned the threshing floor. There are certain stories that we read in the Bible, Old and New Covenant, that we don't really have a visual for. So that is a good one. What are some other obvious things that you see in Israel that really make the Bible come to life? What are some comments that you've gotten, feedback that you've gotten?
Well, this is exactly this, because we today, as we read the Bible, we cannot really understand it fully, because we're not used to the way people were living in this time. So one example can be water, okay? Water in Israel is rare. We don't have a lot of rain. The wet season is only 3 months a year, and it's not a lot. And even during those 3 months, it's not all the time. So they were having a huge problem. They were doing agriculture and they needed water.
Okay.
So what did they do? They were building water cisterns. Now the cistern is collecting the rain from heaven, the rain that is, and then it's keeping it during the whole year. So in Neot Kedumim, we have found 45 water cisterns. And this is amazing. And we calculated that actually it could, it was used by 500 people who were living in this area. So the calculation is that one person per day was using 4 gallons of water. Now, do you know how much water an average American is using today? It's more around 100 to 200 gallons of water per day per person. So the water was
those
really
long
rare.
showers that I'm always on my children about, okay?
Exactly. And it was used mostly for drinking, of course, for watering gardens, but not a lot for cleaning.
I've never thought about this. So then I'm just curious, what are the 3 months of the year that are...
mostly now, let's say January, February, March, yes.
So those are your rainy seasons. And
supposed
then these cisterns,
to be the rainy.
Supposed to be, and then the cisterns catch it. So then your organization has also developed these cisterns and are contributing to, wow, that's amazing.
So this is just an example of what you will see at Neot Kedumim. You could also have an activity of sheep herding, because we have sheep and goats.
Wait, we're pastors. We sheep herd every week. So what's it? No, I'm just kidding. So then there are people who are already wondering, give us a website. They want to be looking right now at what you're saying.
You just Google Neot Kedumim, N-E-O-T, and then K-E-D-U-M-I-M.
Okay, N-E-O-T, N-E-O-T, K-E, say it again.
K-E-D-U-M-I-M.
K-E-D-U-M-I-M. Okay, all right. So then they can go, and this is, they could spend how much time at your...
Half a day. Yeah. Normally they spend 2 to 5 hours and just, you know, exploring, because it's really very, very interesting.
So it's not just an interior. There's also exterior activities.
It's only outside.
It's only outside. Okay, well then when we come back from the break, I want to discuss just Israel in general. There's so much to do there. And I know that every community relies on tourism, and one of the ways we can help Israel right now is just to visit. So we're going to talk more about that after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay close. Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Harris-Smith, author of the 30-Day Faith Detox, the Healthy Living Handbook, Get Well Soon, Give It to God and Go to Bed, and many more. As a Christian naturopathic doctor, I am deeply committed to helping people understand the interconnectedness between their physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Chronic illnesses can often be traced back to life seasons of deep emotional upset. We can't fool our bodies, they store trauma. And strife produces sicknesses. Well, that's the bad news, but the good news is that with positive changes in your body, mind, and spirit, you can take control of your life. And my online telehealth consultations can help. Through video conferencing, you stay home while we create a safe environment where you feel heard and get motivated to make lasting changes to your life. The other good news is that since we are a nonprofit set up for educational and ministerial purposes, the consultations are tax deductible and the consultation fees are up to you. We operate by donation only, and each service comes listed with a recommended donation. You can then choose payment options that are best for you. I also have a weekly television show called theTHREE that focuses on your body, mind, and spirit health. And I'm the creator of multiple health products, books, even patented essential oil blends to help with insomnia, migraine, depression, and much more. Find them right within our app, The Life Doc, by scanning the QR code on your screen, or at my website, thelifedoc.org. I have helped so many lead vibrant lives and even to come off of prescription medications for chronic illnesses under the supervision of their medical doctors. I won't seek to replace your medical doctor, but will put a big smile on his or her face when you show up the next time as a healthier version of yourself. My integrative approach to wellness encompasses natural modalities that focus on treating root causes rather than just symptoms. Whether you need help with chronic pain, emotional challenges, or just want overall wellness or spiritual insight, our naturopathic care telehealth sessions are for you. You'll be getting my expertise, my education, and my enthusiasm. It has never been easier to get healthy and stay healthy, and I have dedicated myself to helping you get there. Reach me in one of three ways. Go to my website, thelifedoc.org, scan the QR code on your screen and download my app, The Life Doc, to your smartphone, or call 1-844-4Dr. Laura. That's 1-844-473-5287. Go right now and schedule your free 10-minute discovery Zoom call with me. I'm Dr. Laura Harris-Smith, the Life Doc, asking you to reach out today and take back your life, body, mind, and spirit. Thanks. Welcome back to The Three, everybody. I'm Laura Harris-Smith, and we are talking Israel today. You've wanted to go, and it's time for you to go to Israel. Israel is in a season where they need tourism help. They need you to visit. They need tourists. And so I'm trying to make you aware today of some things that you can do when you go to Israel. And my guest today is Efrat Meir Groman, and she is the Tourism Director of, tell us again.
theTHREE.
Okay, so I want you to tell us, first of all, before we get into the programs at your organization, tell us what your beautiful name means.
Okay, so Efrat, actually in the Bible, is Caleb's wife.
Right.
Now, Caleb and Joshua were the only two spies to arrive to Israel and to speak good things
reports
about the land,
right,
and to believe in God, because the others couldn't believe. So actually, we can say that they were the first two tourists to enter Israel.
I love that.
So I believe my parents intended me to work in the field of incoming tourism to Israel, and I really thank them for that.
Caleb and Joshua, the first tourists. I love it. Okay, so, and one of our previous guests and a friend to the three is Jonathan Feldstein, and he's from Efrat. He lives in Efrat,
yes,
so
that's
I was
right.
familiar with that.
It's also the name of the city.
It's the name of the city. I've just never met anybody who is named Efrat, and it's such a beautiful name.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's get back to what you do, and your organization has so many programs that people need to be made aware of. So tell us about a few of them, like your favorites.
Okay, so we have this program of sheep herding. I wanted to discuss because shepherds was very important in the Bible. We know, of course, Abraham, Jacob, the 12 tribes, but also Moses and
Zipporah
King David.
and, yes,
many shepherds, and Jesus, of course, is mentioned in many places as a shepherd, because the qualities of the shepherd are something very important. And whenever you lead yourself a flock, which is not easy at all, I've done it myself, and you will discover how much strength and power you need.
Yeah.
And people who really did that were capable afterwards to lead a nation. So this is something very important, and you can really be very inspired for your personal and professional life whenever you do such an experience.
Well, look at David. He worked in the fields tending his father's sheep,
Exactly.
and then became king. I mean, it was like 17 years later, but I'm saying it was what you say. If you can lead sheep, you can lead people. And honestly, as pastors, we're pastors in Nashville, and they call it a flock for a reason, you know, and many times we refer to our congregants as sheep.
Yes.
Sheep will follow the shepherd, but I've never heard of another place where you could go and just herd sheep. I've got to go, if for no other reason, to see if I'm doing it right, you know, when I get back here at home. Okay.
I'm sure you will.
Well, it's the reason, I mean, I could talk like for 10 minutes about this, but the thing about shepherding, and in this city, in the Christian faith, we have a lot of people who are not quite keen on women pastors. It's not anything of contention anymore. Many denominations have it. But here's what I say. I tell this to people all of the time. I'm a shepherdess. Just don't take my sheep. You call me what you want to call me. I'm a shepherdess.
Amazing.
And I truly feel that way. So somebody can just come in, they pay a fee. Are they just tossed out with the sheep, or to get some training, or what?
This is a guided tour, so obviously you are with a guide.
Okay.
But yes, definitely it can be booked.
This is fascinating.
Whatever.
All right, what else can they do?
Okay, we have a special program called the Last Supper Experience.
Oh.
Now, the Last Supper of Jesus and his disciple was the Passover meal. Like everyone knows, of course.
Yes.
But then in this tour, we will learn more about the customs and what happened in this meal, and we will also taste. So this is a 5 senses experience, this tour. You will be able to prepare your own wine for this fest. You will also be able to prepare your own matzah, the bread that was eaten in Passover, to pick up the bitter herbs that were and then to cook everything together and just taste your own meal. So this is something very special that we offer, and I know that is not very common, but very, very interesting for many, just to experience something that really happened in this time.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, give us some more. I'm in. What are some other programs?
Okay, we have biblical food, and I brought a recipe for you.
Oh, good. Is this something that we can just publish on the screen? Can we put it on the screen? Okay,
yes,
well, tell us a little bit about what we're making.
No.
We should have just brought in a temporary kitchen and we could have made this.
Yes.
What is it?
Although I'm not very good at cooking.
We could have figured it out together.
My husband does the whole cooking part at home. But biblical food is something very, very important and interesting, since they didn't have a lot of things that we know today. They didn't have any coffee or tea. They didn't have a lot of vegetables that we know and arrived from America, of course. So many ingredients that we know didn't exist. And the 3 main things they were using were, of course, the bread, the wine, and the oil. These were the 3 main ingredients.
Okay.
And these are the main things at the land of Israel that exist. Right. And actually, today, in every Jewish table on Friday evening, the Shabbat table, we have those 3 ingredients.
Okay.
Because we have the grain, the challah bread, which is on the table every Friday evening. We have the wine, of course, a special blessing on the wine. And we have the oil, which is the 2 candles that we light. And of course, in the past time, it was candles from oil.
Right.
So in every Jewish table all around the world, you can have a small part of the land of Israel with you, because those 3 ingredients really exist. And this is why the biblical food is so important.
Yes.
And in the Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 5, it's written, sustain me with ashishot, refresh me with apples, for I am sick with love. And of course, ashishot is a difficult word, but in the Talmud, the Jewish rabbinical tradition, it explains exactly the recipe. So we have a researcher in our place in Neot Kedumim, Dr. Tova Dickstein, and she has done a huge research about biblical food, and she has written a book about it. And she's really, she just took all those different recipes, and today we can teach them at Neot Kedumim. And you can also, when you will come, you will meet with her, I promise.
I would love that.
So the recipe goes
what's
like
the recipe?
That. So you have to take 7 ounces of green lentils.
Okay.
3 eggs, half a cup of honey, 2 spoons of flour, 2 glasses of milk or water, and olive oil for frying, of course.
Okay.
Now, the lentils, you will transform them into some kind of a flour. So we'll have to toast and grind them.
Yes, you have to grind
and then you will and then you will just mix everything together and do like small pancakes.
So it's like pancakes?
Yes. Definitely.
Okay.
And this is an
I thought it was going to be lentil soup or something, but you're using that basically as another form of flour.
Exactly. And this is an original biblical food. So it's amazing.
Wow. So I'm gluten-free. Can I use some almond flour in there instead of? I could use substitute anything. All right, we're going to put this on the screen, and you should make it. You should totally make it. You know that you want to. So take a screenshot or whatever you want to do, take a picture with your phone and make this recipe. But more than anything, I want to give us the website one more time. What's the recipe, or what's the website for?
It's neotkedumim.org.
Okay, so we now know how to spell it, so it's going to be up on the screen. But you can go there, I'm sure, as well, and get many recipes. All right, we'll be right back after the break. Stay close. So you're on our website trying to select your favorite products, or maybe put a gift package together for a friend. Well, we've done the work for you. Our Pause package encourages rest and contains 1 Quiet Brain Healing Lotion, therapeutic bubble bath, and a Quiet Brain 50-hour burn candle. Our Uplift package gives you a real mood boost with a Happy Brain candle, healing lotion, and bubble bath. The self-care package contains the Quiet Brain Healing Lotion, Bubble Bath, and Healing Shampoo and Conditioner. Our Awaken package is made with our Sharp Brain Blend and includes 1 nasal inhaler, 1 dropper bottle of oil, 1 bottle of healing lotion, and a Sharp Brain candle. The Sweet Dreams package is popular because it contains 1 dropper bottle of Quiet Brain oil, 1 satin sleep eye mask, and a copy of my best-selling book, Seeing the Voice of God, what God is telling you through dreams and visions. And don't forget our Quiet Brain gift box, our best value, with a sampling of almost all Quiet Brain products. 1 Whisper Quiet Nightlight Diffuser, 1 dropper bottle of oil, a nasal inhaler, candle, shampoo and conditioner set, and even a satin sleep eye mask. But my personal favorite is our trio oil sets that allow you to sample all 3 of our patented neuromatic oil blends while only paying for 2. They're available in dropper bottles, rollerball bottles, and our eyedropper pump bottle. Scan the QR code on your screen, go to lauraharrismith.com/CTN or call 1-855-784-3827. That's 1-855-QUIET BRAIN.
1-855-784-3827. That's 1-855-QUIET BRAIN.
Hi everybody, I'm Laura. Welcome back to The Three. I am so happy that you joined us today. And if you've been watching, we have been speaking with Efrat Meir Groman. She is the tourism director in Israel, and she's trying to get us to Israel. And you know you want to go. And so we're giving you an idea of some things that you can do when you get there. So tell us again about your organization, and then let's get back to what more we're going to do when we get there.
Okay, so what's important to say is that Neot Kedumim, like I said, is very centrally located. So it's a very safe and secure zone, no problem at all, just to arrive. And it's on the main road between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. So in any ways, when you will visit Israel, you will pass through it.
You're going to have to pass through it.
So really, you must come. And we have another activity that we propose, an activity of planting trees. There is something very special and emotional in planting a tree in the land of Israel. So it's really highly recommended. And another program that we have is a Torah scribe demonstration. Writing the Torah scroll is something very, very special that cannot be done by everyone. Of course, it's a high-skilled person who is supposed to do it.
Yes.
And then you will meet this person and understand exactly what are the tools, what is the methods, what are all the laws around this very special thing. And so this is really one of our special programs that we offer.
Wow. You've always wondered, what am I going to do when I get to Israel? And she just said, it's on the beaten path. You have to go past this place to get to Jerusalem. So tell us more. Tell us some other things that we can do once we come.
We have activities of light cooking, as I said. We have another activity of an ecological tour, which is just an explanation about ecology and the land of Israel. And there is many things that you can do even with children, so you should bring your children too.
Yes.
And just families, small groups, it's perfect for them just to pass 2 or 3 hours on the way between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. And we also offer catering services if you're hungry.
Okay, so you can eat there. Well, obviously, if you're going to stay a good chunk of the day, you said it takes about a half a day. So 600 acres, there's so much to do.
Exactly, it's a huge place, and there is so much to do
there, and so educational. I was a homeschool mom of 6 kids.
Wow.
And I mean, this would be like the jackpot, because it's, you know, you got children who learn, adults even, who learn some auditory, they hear better, and they'll watch a movie. I'm sure you have visual presentations as well. But a lot of my kids were very tactile. They wanted to touch things, and they learned by doing.
This is the exact idea.
They retained it by doing, which I am definitely. And so I really appreciate a good aesthetic experience. You know, in this country, other countries as well, but we refer to those, like we set up schools around those type Montessori environments, where you touch and learn and touch and learn. So I love what you're describing, and of course, we love Israel, and so I'm most excited about giving people a reason to get there. You always hear, and we've had guests on this show who they describe the different biblical places that you can go, and the places where Jesus walked, the places where the disciples were, the places where Oh my goodness. Yes, we talked about Moses and Zipporah, you know, and tending sheep. There's so many different things you can do. But your organization really puts you a day in the life of someone in biblical times. So out of all of the things, I don't know how long you've been with your company, but out of all of the things that you could do there, what's your favorite activity?
Well, I think my favorite activity is exactly what you said, just being able to touch and to feel the area. Because you can really pick fruits when you pass and eat them, and just, you know, immerse yourself with the nature, which is really not something we're used to do. And this is very inspirational for me.
So a century ago, these people came and did they set up? It's basically like a habitat. I mean,
there was nothing.
There was nothing there.
It was wild,
And they began to gather basically heritage seeds. They
Exactly.
gathered and they planted. So by the time 2-3 decades later that Israel became a nation, wow.
Exactly.
That is amazing to me. Is the organization named after them?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
You were just giving. I just love stories. So then, let me ask you this: is there a time of year, and this is just a question that I've been asked in general, is there ever a bad time to come to Israel, a bad time of year?
Not really.
Okay.
Maybe I would say July and August, which are very hot.
Very hot, yes.
But the rest of the year is really...
July and August is hot everywhere. I think I was in Brazil once in July, and it wasn't. That's their winter season, but and it's just rainy. But
no, Israel is, it's tough in July.
Well, and also, if you're coming to Israel, you're stepping into, especially if you're wanting to kind of step back into the past and the light of the biblical lifestyle, there was no air conditioning. You're going to have to rough it a little bit. Well, I would love to give our people an opportunity to go to your website and explore, you know, and make plans for. We know that traveling to Israel is going to be people who want to do it. As we said before, the prices will fluctuate, and
it's the best way of supporting Israel.
But it's the best way of supporting any city. Yeah. You see people on television with their commercials, tourism commercials. Yeah. The reason you see those commercials is because it helps the economy. So if you are wanting to help Israel right now, don't just give a donation. Go over there yourself, experience the culture, and give into their economy. Support their economy with a visit to Israel. Go to the address on your screen, and I just want to leave that up there for just a moment. And I want you to just begin the process. Just dream just a little bit about what it would be like to step back in time, to step back into the times of the Bible. Not just go visit the places, you know, the things you've wanted to do when you go to Israel, locations in the Bible, but actually immerse yourself in biblical culture there. I did not know about your organization before this, and I guarantee you, I'm coming.
Wow.
I'm coming to your, I'm going to have to go to your place first, because I think through it, you kind of gain an appreciation for everything else you'll go see. Would that be fair? Everything else that you'll visit.
It's completely different.
You'll then realize,
of course,
it will be entirely different. All right, Efrat, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, and
Thank
we
you.
will see you next time on The Three.